You're being distracted. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. This is Keith, and welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel. Today, I'm going to do a morning brief, and I will keep it brief. I promise this time. It should be 5 minutes or less. So let's get right to it. I think what we see in the news today, a lot of it is just distraction. I think the war in Ukraine, while terrible, is a distraction. I think what's going on at the border and how we're about to be get another wave of illegal immigrants, that's a distraction. I think the administration's push for gender affirming medical procedures, aka mutilations, and puberty blockers, basically chemical castration for children, a distraction. Again, important, but it's an intentional. I'm talking about intentional distractions. It's not like a volcano exploded and oh, look at the volcano. These things are being created intentionally. These situations, parents not being allowed to know what's going on, conversations between an adult teacher and their minor child, the pushback from the administration about that, which is just common sense. Those things are wildly unpopular. Why would the left and the Biden administration be pushing this? I think it's because they have seen the books. They seen the writing on the wall. I'm sure they're getting some sort of something from the GAO that's telling them that Social Security unsustainable, and we're reaching an end. Medicare, Medicaid, unsustainable. These government largest programs, entitlement programs, they're unsustainable. Not enough people are putting in to keep them going, and there's not enough billionaires and millionaires to tax our way out of this. We have last reported was an 8.5% interest rate, inflation rate of 8.5%. Experts say if we were to use the 1980 calculations, it would actually be a 15% inflation rate. You know what the cure for a 15% inflation rate is? A 16% interest rate. You have to have interest rate has to be higher than inflation in order to siphon the dollars out of the system, enough dollars to bring us back to some sort of equilibrium. We can't sustain a 16% interest rate. Can you imagine what it would do to the housing market? Food prices. I mean, you'd be looking for noodle ramen like it's crack. It's just you'd have meatless Mondays through Friday and probably Saturday too. They don't want to be the powers that be don't want to be in charge or be around when the crap hits the fan. I'm not saying all the politicians are in on it, but some are.
It's my last election, please. Yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility.
He's in on it. He's trying to be in on it, but steer's a little challenging for him, so I don't know how much longer he's going to last. And then there's some.
My fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
Yeah, you don't want him to be in on it. He's confused at a 10 or less items line in the supermarket, and trust me, he used to be my congressman. I've seen him on that line looking confused. Anyway, so yeah, not all the politicians are in on the grift, but enough are that they are with the big tech guys, and the media are throwing up these distractions while they extract wealth from the system, and that's what's going on. So I think you need to act accordingly. Don't count on Social Security to be there for you. Don't count on Medicaid or Medicare. I think those things are coming to an end, and that's why I think the the administration and the left are acting so outrageous and proposing things that 10 years ago you'd look at them like, what are you, crazy? But if you find yourself agreeing to things or going along with things that you know in your heart would be considered just outrageous just 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, you're part of the problem too. You need to speak up, and we need to grab control of this thing again, or there'll be nothing left. Anyway, sorry to be that depressing, but at least I kept it like within 5 minutes, so I kept my promise. Well, tell me what you think. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe.